It is a great day for baseball, Thunder fans. We are coming to you live from Corpus Christi, Texas, day 3 of the 2024 State Homeschool Baseball Championship, where your NB Thunder are about to square off against the Austin Texans in the first match of bracket play. This is actually the second round as the Thunder earned a first round bye. They'll need to win 3 today if they're to walk away with a state title. But first, they're going to have to get past the Austin Texans from up the road in Round Rock. Texans were victorious on this field just moments ago against the MISL Crusaders out of San Antonio to get them into this game with the Thunder. On the mound there, you can see the freshman Paxton Lerma will start. Thunder have won the toss, and they will be the home team in this third-round game. Should the Thunder win, it'll be back-to-back. They'll play again right away. If they lose, it'll be all that's said and done here in Corpus for 2024. Thunder 2-0 in the tournament coming into today's game, but we're at the point now where it's single elimination. Defensively for the Thunder today, across the outfield and left field is Logan Cisak, center field Micah Moak, and right field Israel Fuentes. In the infield at third base, Emmanuel Fuentes, the shortstop Pace Taylor. At second base is Declan Campbell, and at first, Dawson Posey. Behind the dish, Isaac Zegers and the freshman Paxton Lerma will throw. Leading off for the Texans is the shortstop Ethan Shane. There's the windup and the pitch from Lerma, and we are underway. First pitch is a strike from Lerma at 11:09 a.m. Lerma with another fastball, just misses low, 1-1. Lerma working quickly from the raised mound out there. This time pitch is high, 2 balls and a strike to the batter Shane. On deck is Chris Can, and in the hole, Noah Gregory for the Texans. Pitch is up and inside to ball 3. Shane has battled back after the first round strike, or first pitch strike rather, to get ahead 3-1 in the count. Pitch from Lerma fouled off and out of play behind the backstop. Count goes full. Thunder have had a matchup earlier in the season with the Texans, but it wasn't this Texans team. It was their freshman team, a very deep and storied program, as Lerma strikes out Shane for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, Chris Can. So this is the first matchup with the Thunder and this varsity Texans team. A pretty solid and big homeschool organization out of the Round Rock area. And turns on the first pitch and whips it into shallow center. We've got a strong wind blowing in from the outfield. Declan Campbell finally tracks the ball off to his right and hauls it in for the second out. Temperature is beautiful. It's a little cooler today than it has been all weekend, probably about 75 degrees, and heavy winds, 20 to 25 miles an hour, blowing into this field. So you see the ball held up there as Campbell's able to make the second out, and that brings up the catcher, Noah Gregory. Gregory also swinging at the first pitch. This one is in foul territory on the first base side, and Posey tries to track it down as it twists in the wind and lands foul. It would have been a really difficult play. Wind is really blowing in, but probably more from the right field across the field toward the third base dugout. 0-1 to Gregory. Pitch is a beauty, just misses inside, just above the kneecaps. Gregory standing pretty close to the plate there. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Gregory steps out, now digs back in. Thunder have been fortunate enough to play all of their games on the same field here at the Legacy Sports Complex. Nice breaking ball. Must have just missed under the knees. Two balls, two strikes, and two down here to Noah Gregory. Lerman in the windup, and pitches just a bit inside. Throwing good pitches, not missing by much, but not enough to earn the called strike. Pitch is high, and that's ball four. So the Texans have their first runner aboard. This is the extra hitter, Sam Luttrell. Lerman now out of the stretch with a quick pickoff move to first, not in time to get Gregory. Texans dugout now beginning to chirp. They were awfully loud in the last game, and I'm sure that's part of how they're coached. Pitch is fouled off, out of play over the first base dugout. 0-1 is the count. Two down, Gregory the runner at first, and the batter is Sam Luttrell. Thunder with the freshman Paxton Lerma on the hill. Another pickoff move to first, not in time. Posey continues to hold Gregory close to the bag. Gregory just out to a two-step lead now. And he's off. Running on the pitch. Pitch is low and inside for ball one, and there will be no throw. Luttrell takes second uncontested. Gregory running. Luttrell's the batter. There's a swing and a miss for strike two. Pickoff attempt at second is not hauled in. Ball rolls into the outfield, but runner has no time to move. So a whole lot of nothing on that play. Pitch is inside, but Luttrell swings at it. It gets away from Zegers, but he's on top of it quickly, throws down to first. And that'll do it for the Texans in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, and no one runner rather left on base. After one half inning of play, it's Texans 0, Thunder coming to bat. Let's take this opportunity to give a shout out to Raising Cane's in New Braunfels that serves only the most craveable chicken finger meals. It is their one love. We want to thank Raising Cane's for their continued support of Thunder Athletics. Cane's has kind of become the unofficial home for our Thunder teams to celebrate post-game just down the road from most of our facilities. We want to just thank them for all they do to help support Thunder Athletics. So going to the bottom of the first, Thunder will come up for the first time. It'll be Lerma, Zegers, and Taylor to start things off. The Texans around the field. In left field is Sam Pate. In center field, Chris Cannon. In right field, Easton Odom. Over at third base is Carter Foster. The shortstop is Ethan Shane. Second base is Tim Duncan, not the Tim Duncan, but He does wear number 21. The first baseman is Caden Scheffelberger. I don't think I got that name right, but we're going to call it that. The catcher is Noah Gregory, and on the mound is Ryan Marty. Marty, right-handed pitcher, did pitch in the last game, and pitch counts will start to come into play today. Every pitcher held to a strict 110 pitch count throughout the tournament. So anything they racked up on Thursday or Friday will count against their totals here today. Thunder have only used 3 pitchers prior to today. Declan Campbell threw a complete game on Thursday. Then yesterday, it was a combination of Israel Fuentes and Dawson Posey to get the win over the Dash Spartans. Still 4 other pitchers on the roster. Lerma's got the start today. Coach Zach Taylor has not had to use Emmanuel Fuentes as ace yet. He's got Pace Taylor in the bullpen, as well as Isaac Zegers. Now, Zegers may not be too quick to pitch as he's caught every inning of this tournament so far. But Coach Zach Taylor knows he's got some options here as we continue to work through this difficult Saturday. It's going to take 3 wins today for the Thunder to capture a state championship. But we are in the single elimination phase, so 1 loss and you are all done. Now it's the Thunder dugout that starts to chirp and make a little noise as Paxton Lerma steps into the batter's box to face the pitcher, Ryan Martin. Finally, a slow windup, and there's the pitch from Marty, a called strike. Marty looks like he's going to take his time out there. Lerma already in the left-handed hitter's batting box. Waits for Marty to work slowly out of the windup. The pitch is right over the plate, and Lerma drives it into right field. It is just over the second baseman in front of the right fielder, and Lerma has a single to collect the first hit of the game for the Thunder. For either team, actually. So one word for the catcher, Isaac Zegers. Marty again with the slow delivery. Zegers pulls the bat around with a check swing, and looks like Lerma was on his way to second, but with the contact, he'll have to return to first. 0-1 the count. 0-0 our score. Bottom of the first, second round of the Texas Homeschool State Baseball Championship. We will crown a champion today. That pitch misses low for ball 1. 11 teams in this tournament here in Corpus Christi. Thunder go into bracket play as the number 2 seed after a 2-0 start, just behind only the HCYA Eagles. Called strike there for Zegers now, and he's looking at 1-2. Creeps up close to the plate. He's prepared to protect. There's the pitch. All right, over the plate and down the pipe for strike 3. Beautiful pitch by Marty, and Zegers just watches it go by for the first out. That'll bring up Pace Taylor. Taylor's having a monster tournament so far. Hit a home run on Thursday against the Victoria Cobras, along with 2 triples. Yesterday he was 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. See what he's got here with 1 out and Lerma on first. Pitch is in just a little low. Lerma's going. Throw was good, but off target. It was on time. But the shortstop had to drift all the way across the bag from the left side of the bag to try to get the ball. Eventually pulled it into the short outfield, and Lerma is safe at second with a stolen base. 1-0 the count to Taylor now. Marty's in the stretch, waits for the signal. He has taken a long time up on that hill. Pace Taylor just patiently waits with the bat on his shoulder, now assumes the ready position, and finally the pitch from Marty is over the plate. Taylor a little late on the swing, fouls it over the third base dugout out of play. 1-1. Marty takes his time out there on the mound, but he definitely pitches strikes. Even his misses are pretty close to the strike zone. Starts his windup without looking at the plate, and as a result, he hits the batter. He was watching Lerma over on second and started his windup without looking at the plate, a la Florida Marlins pitcher Dontrell Willis, but he didn't have the same control. He hits Pace Taylor with the pitch, and now the Thunder have two aboard for the cleanup hitter, Dawson Posey. Posey hit a 2 RBI double yesterday in his first at bat to put the Thunder on top. Snap throw to second as Gregory tries to pick off Lerma. He had wandered quite a bit off the bag, and a strong throw from Gregory, but not on target. Lerma's back in plenty of time. Lerma at second, Taylor at first. Posey's the batter. One out, and 0-1 is the count. Posey stands ready. Now Marty comes set. A full 2-second pause before he delivers. Posey swings to the left side of the field at the third baseman. He'll take it himself. It's a fielder's choice for Posey and an unassisted putout at third base by Connor Foster. So two down now for the Thunder with runners at first and second for Emmanuel Fuentes. Fuentes starts at third base today. Finally, Marty has the delivery. It's inside, but called strike. Looked awfully close to the lead shoulder of Fuentes. And really, he got the strike call on that. It was probably the worst pitch we've seen him throw so far. Runners going. That's Taylor running from second to third. Pitch is swung on. Gregory starts to pop up and throw, decides to hold it, and then Posey goes to second on the delay. So two runners advance for the Thunder, two in scoring position for Emmanuel Fuentes. Marty pitches, and Fuentes just misses an extra base hit. Drove it down the left field line, and it just went foul, called by the home plate umpire. It looked like it was right over the bag. That would have scored two for sure. Instead, it's strike two, and Fuentes is forced to battle. Marty steps off the rubber and wants to talk to his catcher. They're having trouble with the signals. He was taking a long time. He's got a very slow delivery, but that was exceptionally long, and you could tell something was crossed up there. He meets Gregory halfway to the mound, and they figure it out, and now they're ready to resume. 1-2 is the count to Emmanuel Fuentes. Two down here, bottom of the first. No score, but Thunder with a couple of ducks on the pond. Pitch is low and away, and Taylor is not moving. Quickly played off the back netting by Gregory. Gets it back out to his pitcher. 2-2 now the count. Runners hold. Long pause. Now here's the pitch out of the stretch. Fouled back by Fuentes. He'll stay alive. Big spot here. If Fuentes can come up with something, Thunder will put themselves in good position with the lead. Conversely, if the Texans can get away out of this jam, no harm, no foul. Marty steps off the rubber again. And you can tell that the Texans are going to take their time while they're in the field. Not blistering hot today. No sun beating down on us with plenty of cloud cover all over the Corpus Christi area. We've got gray clouds, 75 degrees, and 20 miles an hour wind blowing into the field. Pitch is over the plate. A changeup. Fuentes watches it go by. Thought it was high, but he is rung up on strikes, and that'll do it for the Thunder in the bottom of the first. No runs scored after one complete. We are scoreless. Thunder fans, coming up on June 7th is NB Thunder's annual Sand Volleyball Fundraiser Tournament, the third annual Thunder in the Dark. This event attracts friends, families, and competitive players from across the area and is a big favorite among the Thunder community. There will be food, music, prizes, a sand sculpting contest, and of course, lots of volleyball. Spectators are free, but players must register, and the link is in the description. Please come out and join us for an exciting night of family fun and help support the Thunder Volleyball program on June 7th at Tigers Sports Complex in Seguin. We'd love to have you. Top of the second, no score. It'll be Tucker Revis, Tim Duncan, and Carter Foster for the Texans in the top of the second. That might be the first inning that the Thunder have failed to score in this tournament. There may have been a 1-2-3 inning actually against the Cobras. But ordinarily, the top of that lineup has been pretty potent. They've come away with runs in almost every inning that they've gone to bat. But you can expect the competition to tighten up a little bit as we get deeper into bracket play. Thunder were definitely fortunate with their first two opponents. I think the Cobras finished as the 8th seed and the Spartans as the 11th seed. So some fortune there. These Texans, the 7th seed, defeated the MISL Crusaders in the morning matchup today to get to this game against the Thunder. All right, the Mound Conference is over. Players back to their positions. And Tucker Revis steps in to face Paxton Lerma. Lerma with a quick delivery but misses outside for ball one. Revis is a big, tall specimen, hitting from the left side of the plate. Swings a little late at the second pitch and fouls it over the third base dugout onto the adjacent field. A little bit late on Lerma's fastball. Lerma's going to need to change his speed up a little bit to get this crafty hitter. Pitch outside, 2-1. An odd batting stance here for Revis. He stands almost completely tall, very little bend in his knees, not bending at the waist. Bat just barely off of his shoulder. Then he turns and rips the ball right over the plate into center field for the first hit. And thinks about stretching his single into a double. Micah Moak gets the ball back in quickly, and Revis has held it first. So there goes the no-hitter for Lerma. Now he'll face the second baseman, number 21, Tim Duncan. Duncan waves the bat in his hand and takes a strike right over the heart of the plate. Dark clouds continue to roll across the field. Not even sure if we would delay play for rain, as the field, at least the infield, is all turf. Not sure how that would affect things, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Lerma misses outside with that pitch. It's 1-1. Comes back with a fastball up and away. 2 balls and a strike. Zegers tries to hold Revis close at first. Duncan also a left-handed batter, and he's kind of shielding Zegers' vision of the runner, Revis, over there at first. Pickoff attempt from Lerma is a little late. Revis got back to the bag in time, and then kind of fell over. Just looking at him, he doesn't look like he's incredibly athletic, but I just saw it rip a ball into center field. I'm sure he's not hitting in the 5-hole for this team for nothing. So the pitch bounces short of the plate, picks up and hits the batter Duncan. He'll take first on the hit by pitch. Revis moves to second, and 2 aboard for the Texans with nobody out, and Carter Foster, the third baseman. Seeger's out to talk with his pitcher for just a moment, how they're going to handle this situation. I would expect that Coach Zach Taylor will not wait too long in a tough situation to go to his bullpen here. Again, with it being single elimination, you just don't want to fall too far behind in a timed game. We're playing an hour and 50 minutes here today as the first pitch is taken by the right-handed Foster for a ball. We started just after 11. We're about 25 minutes old now. Beautiful pitch from Lerma. Can't get the call on the inside corner. Pretty tight strike zone by our home plate umpire today. We've had different umpires in every game so far, as the way it should be in a state championship tournament like this. Again, the pitch is short. On the turf in front of the plate, Remis goes on the wild pitch, and he is safe, but barely. Zegers had to go track the ball down, then threw it hard over to third. Remis slides in under the tag. 3 balls, no strikes now to Foster. Runners at second and third, and Lerma just a pitch away from walking them loaded. There's the pitch. Looked like it was in there. Must have just missed low, and that'll load them up for the Texans. Nice looking pitch from Lerma. He's not missing by a lot, but Thunder look like they're going to call time as assistant coach Duncan Campbell strolls out to the mound. I think our next batter's name is Schwetfer. He could use a couple more vowels in that name for sure. Hard to read his jersey, hard to read the manager's Schwetfager, it looks like now. That's right, Schwetfager. Whew, that's a mouthful. Schwetfager is waiting while the Thunder are having a mound visit here, and the home plate umpire giving them plenty of time to figure out what they're going to do here with the bases loaded and nobody out. Duncan Campbell has issued his instructions and will slowly stroll back to the dugout as we are ready to resume play here. No changes in the defensive lineup. Nobody out, bases loaded for Caden Schwertfeger. He's a senior. Hits from the right side. They've got time on the field before the first pitch is thrown. And field ump is moving some batters back into the dugout there. Okay, now ready to resume. Revis, the runner at third, Duncan at second, Foster at first, and Schwertfeger is the batter. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Lerman's going to have to start throwing some strikes here pretty quickly, or he is going to force Coach Zach Taylor to go to the bullpen. That's a nice pitch. Just missed low, and the check swing not called. Very fortunate for the Texans. And now the home plate umpire appeals to the field umpire and gets the call. So overturned, it's going to be 1-1. Credit the home plate umpire for really keeping control of the game, checking with his teammate, making sure he got it right, as the next pitch is fouled off down the third baseline by Schwartzfager. So now, instead of 2-0, it's 1-2, and Lerma with a chance to at least get an out here. Got to get at least one. Double play would be preferable, and anything to keep that runner from third from scoring. Pitch is a beauty. Schwartzfinger carves it into the right side of the field, through the first and second baseman into the right field. 2 runs come around to score. Foster goes all the way to third. It's a 2 RBI single for Schwartzfinger. So the Texans strike first. And that'll bring up Easton Odom. Odom, a left-handed hitter. Pickoff attempt at first isn't there. Lerma takes his time. Now he's going to try to pick off the runner at third, who's only a step off the bag and back in plenty of time. There's a pitch taken for a ball. Snap throw to third. Doesn't get there in time, but Schwertfeger takes second on the play. Odom swings on the next offering and puts it out of play. One and one the count. Nobody out here. Top of the second. 2-0 our score. Texans lead the Thunder in this elimination game at the Texas Homeschool State Baseball Championship. Pitch is up and away from Odom. Ball two. Lerma now has slowed down his pace a little bit up there on the mound. Now kicks and delivers and gets Odom to swing at a fastball for strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 on here for the Texans in the top of the second inning. Texans leading 2-0. Easton Odom, the batter. Pitch is short of the plate, about 55 feet before it bounces across through the strike zone, but the bounce doesn't count. Ball 3 is awarded to Odom, and now with the full count, we'll see what Lerma can do here. He really needs an out. Maybe better to walk the runner than to let him hit. Pitch was high. Check swing doesn't go. And Odom walks. That loads him up for the number 10 hitter, the left fielder Sam Pate. And it looks like he's going to have somebody new to throw to him, as this time it is Coach Zach Taylor headed out to the mound. Second mound visit of the inning, and it looks like Paxton Lerma's afternoon on the hill is done. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. Dawson Posey is the new pitcher for the Thunder as he warms up on the hill. Paxton Lerma goes 1 inning plus, gives up 2 hits, walks 3, struck out 2. So far has given up 2 runs. He's responsible for all 3 men on base and is in position to carry the decision should the score stay the same. Posey, the freshman, threw yesterday 21 pitches in relief to save the win against the Dash Spartans. So he should have 90 pitches to go here today. Looks like Lerma is going to go play at second, and maybe Campbell's going to move to first. I haven't given us all the changes yet, but I'm just trying to read the tea leaves out there and see what's going on. No changes in the outfield, doesn't look like. Posey was playing first. Lerma is typically a second baseman, so Campbell has been that utility fielder that the Thunder have needed all season. Looks like that's how it's going to unfold. While we wait on Posey to warm up, we'll kind of go over some of the results from the tournament. Your top seed after 2 days of pool play was HCYA Eagles out of Houston. Thunder were the second seed. Then this Texans JV squad went 2-0 in play, and they claimed the third seed. They all got first-round byes this morning, and they're all playing right now in the second round. As Sam Pate, the left fielder, the number 10 hitter, digs in against Posey, hits the first pitch straight to the shortstop. Oh, so the ball was hit to Taylor. Taylor, trying to turn the double play, made the play at second. Lerma turns and throws the ball out of the park from second to first, and that will allow the runners to advance. So 1 run comes in. Looks like 2 runs come in, as the first pitch was taken for a strike. Second pitch swung on by Shane at the shortstop. Taylor makes a nice long throw across the diamond to get the out, a badly needed out for the Thunder. Pate goes to third on the ground out. And now 2 away for Chris Can. Can swings at the first pitch, pops it up. It's blowing around the infield. Taylor now comes in and gets underneath it to record the third out. So Posey puts out the fire, but not before some damage is done. Texans push 2 across in the second and lead 4-0. We'll be back. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. Four nothing our score on the Kid Roofing scoreboard. Bottom of the second inning. Thunder have their work cut out for them now as they try to dig themselves out of a 4-run hole. This is the most they've trailed in the entire tournament so far. And they'll have to get to Texans starting pitcher, Ryan Marty. Marty works through his warm-up pitches a little quicker than his delivery while the game's going on. That looked like a knuckleball. I didn't see any spin on that ball as it came into the catcher's glove. I didn't see him throwing any knuckleballs in the first inning. That looked like more of a traditional fastball. While we wait on Israel Fuentes to step into the batter's box, be sure to like our video, smash that subscribe button, and comment below. Anything you can do to help the channel helps out Thunder Athletics. Bottom of the second, and Israel Fuentes, the left-handed right fielder, will lead things off. Fuentes was the winning pitcher in yesterday's game against the Dash Spartans. Moves out to right field here today. And after a long, slow windup, here's the delivery from Marty. Got away from his hand, was headed at my head. I actually flinched a little bit, but Gregory saw it and got in front of the ball. Fuentes lets it go 1-0. Now a quicker delivery. And pitch is upstairs, but Fuentes goes after it, a swing and a miss. Marty working a little quicker now, and maybe that affects his throw. That ball again missed to the outside. It seemed like he was throwing more strikes when he would take his time. Here's the windup, and the delivery is right down the pipe. Called strike two. Fuentes didn't like that pitch, but chased the one that was upstairs. Here's the 2-2. Much quicker pitch this time from Marty. He's changing the timing of his delivery. That one is inside. Fuentes takes it for a ball, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Texans lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. And another quick delivery here from Marty. Over the plate, Fuentes turns on it and fouls it back out of play. That was the pitch he was looking for. He just had to put Marty in a position where he was forced to throw it. Great clouds continue to crawl overhead. There's another fastball for a strike. Fuentes hits it into the center field. And what a catch by the center fielder, Chris Can. Full extension as he lays out to rob Israel Fuentes of a hit. That's the best defensive play I've seen all weekend. Credit Texan center fielder Chris Can. That ball was drifting toward left field, and he had to get on his horse, laid out, and came up with the catch. So 1 down for Logan Cisak. Cisak, a left-handed batter, cuts at the first pitch and misses. Second pitch to Cisak is in there for a strike. He let it go, and it was a beauty. And now he's behind 0-2. Cisak has done a good job for the Thunder this season. A lot of innings out there in left field. Come up with some key hits. They set up for a high pitch that one, thinking they would get Cisak to chase it. He has a good eye and lets it go. 1-2 is the count. Now another quick pitch from Marty. That one is one that gets away from him outside the opposite batter's box. He's not just missing by a little. That's quite a bit outside. And now he again wants to work quickly. I don't know if they've told him to work quicker with a lead or slower without. I don't know, but he's working much quicker. Cisak rung up on strikes. Didn't like the call. It was on the inside corner. Umpire waited a moment and then rung him up. So Cisak strolls back to the dugout. And with 2 down, the batter is Micah Moak. Quick delivery from Marty. Moak swings at the first pitch. It's into shallow center. Shortstop is now underneath it. That's Ethan Shane, and he makes the grab to retire the Thunder in the second. Thunder go in order. 4-0 is our score after 2. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. NB Thunder would like to acknowledge KD Johnson Incorporated for their support of Thunder Athletics, Katie Johnson is a sales agency for electrical power products committed to providing their customers with extraordinary service and representing their manufacturers with excellence for over 4 decades. We're incredibly thankful to Katie Johnson for their continued support of Thunder Baseball. Headed to the top of the third, Dawson Posey is the pitcher for the Thunder. Got him out of a jam in the top of the second, but the Texans have assembled a 4-0 lead here in the early going of this timed baseball game. We'll play 7 innings or an hour or 50 minutes, whichever happens first. We are about 45 minutes into this one. So not quite halfway, but Thunder have to climb out of a 4-run hole if they're going to continue on in this state championship tournament. We are at the single elimination phase, so despite the fact that the Thunder have not lost yet, a single loss, and everybody will start the vehicles and take the long track back to New Braunfels. It'll be the catcher, Noah Gregory, to start things off for the Texans in the third. Gregory, Luttrell, and Revis due up. Posey out of the windup. Does just as soon as the batter steps in, starts his pitch, and the ball is hit hard out into center field. Micah Moak drifts to his left and hauls it in. A one-pitch out for the Thunder, just what the doctor ordered. Texan batters certainly have some power. Those balls are hit hard, but in this 20-mile-an-hour wind, they are not going to get out of the park. Here's the right-handed Luttrell, who also swings at the first pitch, but this time comes up empty. First strike. A little too much wind to try to muscle those balls out of this park. Maybe if you were at the park opposite us. So we're in a little four-field complex here with the center and the fields going out radially. And so the field 180 degrees from us would be perfect for home run hitting as Luttrell fouls one into foul territory over the third base dugout and out of play. 0-2 to the extra hitter, Sam Luttrell. Isaac Zeger's little friendly chatter with our home plate umpire as Dawson Posey quickly throws heater for strike 3. Fastball was up and Luttrell couldn't do anything with it. First strikeout for Posey this game. Gets the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the DH, Tucker Revis. Posey again with a quick pitch, misses up and away, ball 1. That pitch a little bit better, brought down over the plate. Revis fouls it off. Puts the netting and back into play. 1-1 the count, 2 down here. And Posey quickly, as soon as the umpire's in position, Posey starts his windup. Revis forced to deal with it, has to foul another one off, and now he's behind in the count. So Posey, the opposite of his opposition, Ryan Marty, he wants to work really quickly out there on the mound. That ball just misses low for ball 2. Looked good. The big groan coming out of the Thunder dugout. They all thought it was strike 3. Posey's going to go right back to it. That pitch up and away. Ball 3, and now the count is full. Posey working very quickly out there on the bump. Gets the pitch in the windup, and the throw is a strike. This time Revis is in front of it and fouls it toward the first base dugout. Quick windup and pitches low. That'll be ball 4. Posey let it get away from him, and Revis is aboard for the second time today. So 2 down and 1 aboard for Tim Duncan, the left-handed Texans second baseman. Quick pitch from Posey and a slow strike call from the home plate umpire, but he does award it on the outside corner. Posey from the stretch is over the plate, and that ball driven into center field by Duncan. Moak moves around a little bit, and the wind blows it away from him. He has to backtrack, and it goes off of his glove. The wind kind of held it up there, and there you see the wind playing favorably. Revis comes all the way around from first to score, and now you can really see where that missed strike call got away from him. That ball was hit hard into center field, but definitely playable for Moak. The wind just kind of blew it away from him. We're going to score a double for Duncan with an RBI. Two outs there are. And a runner at second for Carter Foster. Top of the third, 5-0 our score. Texans leading the Thunder in this elimination game at the 2024 Texas Homeschool State Baseball Championship. Foster steps in, and the quick pitch from Posey misses outside ball one. Ooh. Nice pitch from Posey, but can't get the call from the home plate ump. Must have just missed low. Looked like it was right in the zone. But Foster wanted no part of it. Maybe a little low for him. This one a little higher, and he swings at it. Comes up empty, 2-1 now the count. Credit Posey for making an adjustment there. That pitch is low. Runner on his way to third, and he is gunned down by Isaac Zegers on a long hop. Zegers had him by 2 steps. Tim Duncan caught stealing at third, and that'll do it for the Texans in the third. They push one across on a base hit. 5-0 our score. Stick with us. We'll be back. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. Thunder fans, your Indy Thunder baseball team will be back home next Friday, April 12th at New Braunfels Little League Field for senior night. They will host Lutheran High School at 7 p.m. Admission is free, and we hope you'll come out and join us as we honor our seniors for their effort this season. That'll be our next home game, but we got to take care of business right here in Corpus Christi first, and it'll be Declan Campbell with the task. Campbell steps into the box, and now time called by the pitcher. Looks like he wants another baseball. He had come set, then stepped off the rubber, and then decided he didn't like the baseball, walks it all the way back to home plate. They'll swap it out, and we'll start anew. Umpire throws it out. Something must have been scuffed. Ordinarily, you think a pitcher might like a scuffed ball like that, but not sure Marty knew what to do with it. Either way, we've got a new baseball, and Declan Campbell finally is going to get his first pitch. It is behind his head, got away from Marty, and we've seen Marty let go of that pitch a little early several times here already. He's a right-handed pitcher, and the pitch comes on the outside of the right-handed batter's box, so way, way outside. This time he corrects and puts it right over the plate. Campbell takes the pitch for a called strike. 1-1, nobody out. 5-0 our score. Texans lead here in the bottom of the third. Pitch was a changeup, and Campbell went after it a little early. He knew when he swung at it, he was off on the timing. So Marty with the 1-2 pitch is low and away. Count goes even. 2-2, nobody out. Campbell back in the box. Marty comes set out of the windup. Holds that glove up high in front of his face. Now kicks and delivers. Pitches high. Ball 3. Count is full to Campbell. Marty in position already. Now he wants to work quickly. Campbell's ready. It is over the plate but high. Campbell swings at it anyway and goes down on strikes for the first out. Fastball from Ryan Marty got Declan Campbell. And it looks like his hat is blowing across the infield. I told you the wind was strong out here. Back to the top of the order for the Thunder. Paxton Lerma will dig in. Lerma now playing second base. Was the starting pitcher in this game. Went a little over an inning. Gave up 2 hits and 4 runs. Takes that pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Lerma singled in his first at-bat just over the second baseman. Stole a base, but then was called out on a fielder's choice. Marty's pitch is outside, not quite as far outside as those wild ones have been, but still missed the corner. 1-1 to Lerma, and Marty worked quickly over the plate, and Lerma turns on it, driven to the shortstop. Played off a 1 hop and thrown across the diamond. In time, Revis picks it out of the turf to record the second out. That wasn't Revis, that was Schwertberger. Either way, 2 down, and the catcher, Isaac Zegers, digs in. Zegers struck out looking in his first at-bat. Didn't really like the call. We'll see what adjustment he makes here. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Second pitch is behind him. He ducks out of the way. When Marty misses on that pitch, he misses by a lot. It's not even close to the plate. It's behind the batter, behind the batter's box. Gregory does a good job moving over in front of it. 2-0 to Zegers. That one is right in the zone for a called strike. Two one, 2 down. 5-0 our score, and Zegers is going to step out for a moment as Marty kind of lazily ascends the mound. Now everybody's ready. Marty drops that glove. Here's the windup, and the pitch is over the plate. Hit to the left side of the infield by Zegers. Picked up by the shortstop, thrown across the diamond, and in time, another pick out of the dirt by Schwartzberger. And that'll do it for the Thunder. They go in order in the third. 5-0 our score. We'll be back. You're watching Thunder Baseball on Thunder TV. Homeschool parents, if you have not checked out Trinity Tutoring, it is time to. Amy Brunstein is a certified teacher with 39 years of experience and a homeschool mom. She works with flexible scheduling, teaches a multitude of classes throughout the calendar and just really does a great job for our homeschool community. If you haven't looked into Trinity Tutoring, it is definitely time. We want to thank Trinity Tutoring for their continued support of Thunder Baseball. Going to the top of the fourth now. Thunder trailing 5-0 here to the Austin Texans. We're going to have to get something going offensively, but they're going to have to come up with a stop here first as time is starting to tick away on their state championship hopes. We are just over an hour old in this game, and we'll play for an hour and 50 minutes till we finish that inning, and then they move on to the next round. Looks like the Thunder crowd has dwindled a little bit today from previous days, and I don't know if that has to do with the heavy wind or the temperatures. Looks like a lot of the siblings have opted to stay back at the hotel here. Posey continues to get his warm-up pitches in. There's the last one, and he'll be ready to face Foster, Schwertferger, and Odom in the fourth. Foster was at the plate when the third ended on a caught stealing. He'll refresh with a brand new count here. Right-handed batter, tall batter, standing in the back of the batter's box and very close to the plate. Here's the delivery from Posey, swung on and popped out of play. Goes all the way onto the adjacent field behind the Thunder dugout. Thunder in the third base dugout, Texans over on the first base side. We've got action on all four fields here at the Legacy Sports Complex, as we will continue to play throughout the day until we can crown a champion around 5:30. Next pitch is high and inside, 1-1. Posey with a soft leg kick now, comes back over the plate. This one fouled over the first base dugout. A little later on the swing there by Foster. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beautiful fastball by Posey is driven into right field. Fuentes is on his horse, can't get there in time. It's going to drop in front of him. That was just the wind pushing it back in. It was hit hard enough. Fuentes was in the right spot, but that 20-mile-an-hour wind is blowing in from right field. Pushed the ball out of reach, and it's a base hit for Foster. Leadoff man aboard for the Texans here in the fourth. And the first baseman, Caden Schwartzberger, is the batter. Schwartzberger swings at the first pitch, driven down the third base line. Stopped by Fuentes. He goes for the double play. It's in and out of the glove of Lerma, but the runner, Foster, slides short of the bag, so Lerma picks up the ball and tags the bag for the first out. Let's call it a fielder's choice now for Schwartzberger, and Easton Odom is the batter. Swings at the first pitch for a strike. 1 on, 1 out. Odom fouls off the next pitch and is behind 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Odom goes down on 3 pitches, and there are 2 down. Second strikeout for Posey. And the batter is Sam Pate. Pate swings at the first pitch. It is to the second baseman, Lerma, who rolls to his right, hauls it in, flips to second where Taylor's covering the bag, and the Texans are retired in the fourth. 5-0 our score. Thunder are going to have to get it going in the bottom of the fourth if they're going to make a comeback. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on Thunder TV. No, sir.
No, you can't do both of them?
When it comes to your future, you don't want an advisor. You want a trusted and loyal partner. You want somebody who will hear your story, learn what's important to you, and walk alongside you in pursuit of those goals. And it takes somebody who can do all of that within your chosen lifestyle. That's what it means to have a financial concierge. Force Acres is that cutting edge 21st century concierge financial planner. It means that you have access to the answers you seek at the exact moment you want them, not just when the branch office is open. Indy Thunder would like to thank Force Acres for their unending support of Thunder Athletics. Really love all of our sponsors that allow us to keep this wonderful thing of Thunder Homeschool Athletics going. Bottom of the fourth now, and the Thunder have got to get it done. Backs against the wall as they trail 5-0 here at the Texas Homeschool State Baseball Championship. They are going to need to push some runs across as we are getting long in the tooth in this game. They'll have this inning, maybe a chance in the fifth, but that is likely going to be it as the clock is ticking here. Ryan Marty still on the mound for the Texans. He'll face Taylor Posey and Emmanuel Fuentes in the fourth. Marty now set. Taylor in the box, and there's the pitch to start the inning. It's high and over Taylor's head for ball one. Slow windup now to Taylor. This is up and away, but not by a lot. And I believe that Marty is varying his speed delivery just to try to mess with the hitters. This time he's much quicker. Pitch is high. Taylor likes it, but swings and misses. Under hitters have liked that high fastball, but they have not really been able to connect with it in an effective manner. And of course, anything lifted up in the air is going to be blown back into the park. Pitch is high again. Taylor says he did not go, checks his swing. The field ump agrees, and the count goes 3-1. I agree, too. He did start to pull, but pulled the bat back before it crossed the plate. Now, here's the 3-1 from Marty in the dirt, and Pace Taylor has a leadoff walk to start the fourth. So here's the pitcher, Posey. Pitch is high up around Posey's eyes. He lays off for ball one. And now suddenly Marty's only thrown one strike out of 5 pitches this inning. 6 pitches this inning. That ball looked like it was down low in front of Posey. He swung. I think maybe there was a hit and run on. Looked like he was maybe trying to protect the runner. Don't know if it worked, but Taylor slides into second safely, head first. It wasn't a very pretty pitch, and Posey usually a little bit more disciplined at the plate. So I have to assume he was trying to protect Taylor's advance to second. Takes ball too low there, 2-1 the count. Taylor out to a 3-step lead, not being held close. Marty checks the runner anyway. Taylor on the move, and again, Posey with a non-natural looking swing out in front of him, fouls it to the third base dugout. Taylor will return to second, and again, I think he was trying to protect the runner. 2-2 now, and he'll have no more opportunities. He's going to have to protect himself. Out of the stretch, Marty waits for his signal, finally gets it. Comes set. Doesn't even check the runner, just waits a long time. And umpire called time. Umpire called time before the pitch, and it was unfortunate because Taylor got a great break on the pitcher. He had the bag swiped, but the time was granted before the pitch was delivered. So no pitch on that one. 2-2 is the count. Nobody out. Taylor back at second. Marty still doesn't want to check Taylor at second. Takes his time up there. Now Taylor's going. Posey swings. It's fouled back and out of play. Let's do it again. Texans do not seem concerned with Taylor out at second base at all, and why would they? They're up by 5. He's just a single run. They've got to get the outs. I like the aggressive base running, but don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense in this situation. If the Thunder need 5, 1 run isn't going to do it here. Nobody out. Marty now with a pickoff move, an awkward turn and throw to second. No ball call, but Taylor back in plenty of time. So maybe by not checking the runner on his last 2 pitches, he was trying to set up the pickoff move. It didn't really work too well. Now he comes set. Taylor a step closer, and he goes. Pitch is high for a ball. Taylor slides headfirst safely into third. 2 stolen bases for Pace Taylor. He's 90 feet away from breaking up the shutout, and the count is full to Dawson Posey. Still working from the stretch now is Marty. Throws a strike, and off-speed pitch. Posey chases it for strike 3. Beautiful pitch by Marty to get Posey struck out. So 1 on, 1 down, and here's Emmanuel Fuentes. Fuentes with his right foot on the back line of the batter's box. Watches ball 1 go by. Back in the box now. Marty with a quick delivery. Out of the stretch. Fuentes with a half-hearted attempt, and it's a called strike. Doesn't matter if he swung or not. Home plate umpire says it's over the plate. 1-1. I think I hear now he's saying he wasn't a called strike, but a swinging strike he went. End result doesn't matter a whole lot. He definitely swung at that one. Comes up empty on the big cut. 1-2 now with 1 down for Emmanuel Fuentes. Fuentes is a good hitter, but really looking for that big hit. It's been a while since he's produced one. Waves the bat over his shoulder. Marty takes his time. Now kicks and delivers with a little hesitation step, and it clips Fuentes on the forearm of his lead arm on his bat. He is hit by the pitch and will trot down to first. Another base runner. That's what the Thunder need. And the Texans are going to talk about it. Head coach strolls out to the mound, and they'll pull the infield in to discuss what they're going to do. 5-0 our score. Texans have the lead here, bottom of the 4th, 1 down. Thunder with runners at the corners and threatening. Game is more than an hour old now, so maybe a little time wasting going on, maybe not. Thunder are going to have this opportunity and maybe one more in the bottom of the 5th to try to get it done, but I don't think we'll go much further than that. All right, Texans have their strategy set. Everybody walks back into position. Marty remains on the hill, and Izzy Fuentes steps in to the left-handed batter's batter box. Manuel Fuentes at first, Pace Taylor at third. Quick delivery from Marty is hit to the right side. And what a heads-up play by Pace Taylor. Breaks up the shutout. Fuentes hit to the right side. The first baseman took it himself to record the out. Emmanuel goes to second, and after the play, Taylor breaks for home, stands up across. The throw was close, but the tag was not applied, and the Thunder have their first run. Here's Logan Cisak with 2 down. Pitch called strike. A little high in the zone. Cisak didn't like the play calls, or rather the pitch calls. in his last at-bat. This one is well in the zone. He's behind 0-2. Cisak swings at the third offering. Down the first base line. Handled unassisted by Schwarzenberger. And that'll do it for the Thunder in the fourth. They get one across, but trail 5-1 as we go to the fifth. We are back at the Legacy Sports Complex in Corpus Christi, Texas, where your Thunder trail 5-1 to the Austin Texans as we go to the top of the fifth. And it'll be a new pitcher for the Thunder. Emmanuel Fuentes goes to the mound, trades places with Dawson Posey, who moves over to third. Looks like Israel Fuentes has taken over at first base. Micah Moak has moved to right field. And I think that's Declan Campbell out in center. Indeed. Looks like it's Lerma at center and Declan at second. Nope, I got that backwards. Boy, they look the same. Lerma's at second and Declan is in center. So there we go. We got the defensive changes. Most importantly, Emmanuel Fuentes is on the mound. Thunder are going to have to make quick work of the Texans as time is ticking in this one. We're going to the fifth, but you've got to imagine that this is going to be the last inning in this game. If they work quickly, they may get another shot in the sixth, but I think the Thunder are going to have to get it done offensively in the bottom of the fifth, and they've got to get something going. Just one hit so far for the Thunder. That leadoff single by Paxton Lerma. Nobody's hit the ball since. A lot of walks and some hit batsmen. So at the top of the Texans order, it's Ethan Shane to face Emmanuel Fuentes. Posey finishes his day with 3 innings pitched, 1 run allowed. Looks like he gave up 2 hits. And will take a no decision in the effort. First pitch from Fuentes is a strike to Shane. Second pitch is down in the turf. 1-1 is the count. Fuentes in the windup, wants to work quickly, just like Posey did. Brings it home. There's a fastball, high heat. Misses inside, 2-1. Next pitch is over the plate, swung on and missed. 2-2 now, the count to Shane. Shane 0 for 2 today, has a strikeout in the first, grounded out to short in the second. This time makes contact into shallow center. 3 players converge. It's going to be Paxton Lerma, the second baseman, swooping in underneath it to record the out. So pop up to 4 for Shane, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Chris Can. And swings at the first offering, fouls it over the first base dugout and onto the CCIT field, strike 1. We are playing on the G-Tech 360 field. To our left is the White Star Services field, and then the very appropriately named Field 4 is behind us. I think the salespeople need to go find another sponsor, huh? Pitch from Fuentes is low. 2-1 now the count. Siegel squawk in the background as strike two is called on the inside corner to Cano, not Chris Can, but Cano is his name, as I see on his jersey. Their coach probably needs a lesson in handwriting for his lineup card. Ball is smacked into deep left in the alley. Finally, Cisak picks it up, throws it back in to the shortstop. It's a stand-up double for Cano. That's the hardest hit ball we've seen all day. Went all the way out to the fence. Double to left center for Chris Cano puts one aboard and one out for the catcher, Noah Gregory. Zegers now issues some defensive assignments, shifts Cisak off to his right a little bit for the right-handed batting Gregory, who fouls off the first pitch over the first base dugout. Well, my clock has us at an hour 21 of playtime so far. We don't know if they'll start that sixth inning or not. Guess we got to take care of business in the fifth. That ball hops right over the glove of Paxton Lerma. Should have been a routine ground out at second base. Instead, it goes into the outfield, and the Texans will score again. That brings up Sam Luttrell. Luttrell hacks at the pitch, fouls it off against the backstop for a strike. Now Fuentes checks the runner. Delivers out of the stretch. Pitch is low for a ball. Runner's going. Ball took a hop, and Taylor moved out of the way. No play. Runner is safe. Gregory's got a stolen base. High heat, swung on and missed by Luttrell. And time called quickly by the batter. Fuentes was set and ready to go. He has not taken nearly as long on the mound as the Texans hitter, but a little game of cat and mouse going on out there. Now he's set and ready to go. Fuentes with a quick delivery. It's a strike and swung on, driven deep to left field. It's carrying, and it is over the fence, gone. That's a two-run home run for Sam Luttrell. Put two more on the board for the Texans. They now lead 8-1. And with one swing of the bat, Sam Luttrell has kind of deflated the excitement and hopes of the Thunder team here as they now fall behind 8-1. He hit it to the right part of the park if you're going to get a home run. You're not going to hit one to right field with this. Now it looks like the Thunder are going to make an appeal. They're appealing that the runner left early to third. No call was made. Maybe they're going to do the appeal now. No? Fuentes is in the windup, and he'll pitch to Revis. Pitch is high, ball one. So again, Luttrell's home run wouldn't have been possible to right field, the wind blowing in too strongly there, but hits it to left. He really probably hit it to left center, and then the wind blew it off to left. But with enough power to carry over the left field fence, Logan Cisak could only turn his back and watch. Pitch is low, ball two. 2-1 the count, one down here. We are in the top of the fifth inning. Texans lead 8-1. This pitch is high. Misses for ball three. Another high pitch. That's ball four, and Revis is aboard. Third time for Revis. 2 walks and a single. That brings up the second baseman, Tim Duncan. Duncan, the left-handed batter, steps in, hacks at the first pitch, a swing and a miss for a strike. Snap throw by Zegers down to first. Might have been in time, but I think the wind caught it and slowed it down. Israel Fuentes, who has now moved over to play first, was not able to collect it in time to apply the tag. That is a strong inbound wind. Beautiful pitch by Fuentes on the outside corner for a strike. Another throw down to first by Zegers. Comes strong again, right over the plate. Chopped up, right back to Fuentes. He's going to go to first. Throw is a little off the mark, but Israel Fuentes hauls it in and applies the tag. The batter is out. Revis that goes to second. And that brings up the third baseman, Carter Foster. Beautiful pitch by Fuentes. Called strike. Foster took it at the knees. They try to pick off move to second. Lerma snuck in behind the runner Revis, but he's back in plenty of time. So I've got us at an hour 27 right now. We're supposed to play an hour 50. No new innings start after that. Pitch foul back behind the backstop and onto the CCIT field. Strike two. Foster with his right foot on the back of the batter's box line. This time high heat. Just misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Foster. Revis is the runner at second. Fuentes adjusts and brings it a little lower, but misses under the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Zegers wants to head out and talk with his pitcher for a moment, asks for time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down with a runner aboard. Thunder are going to need something miraculous here in the bottom of the 5th if they're going to pull this off. If there's any magic left in the hat, it's been a good run here the first 2 days at the state championship tournament. You hate to go one and done on the final day, but this has been a tough Texans team. High pitch, ball 3, count goes full. Fuentes comes back to the plate and just misses high. Pitch looked really good, but he doesn't get the call. Foster heads down to first on the free pass. That puts runners at first and second for Caden Schwartzberger. I think it took me 5 innings to get his name down. Beautiful pitch right down the pipe. Fastball swung on and missed. Fuentes working with a healthy pace out there on the mound. Out of the stretch, checks Revis at second. Now comes home. Another fastball swung on and missed. 0-2 to Schwartzberger. So the pitch is called a ball. Looked really good. Zegers wanted to throw to stop the runner from advancing to third. Schwartzberger didn't move out of the batter's box. The two collided, then exchanged a few words. I don't know that it's getting heated, but I don't think Zegers was pleased that the batter didn't move. and allowed Revis to advance to third. He was the only one that went, so we now have runners at the corners. Count goes 2-2. Fuentes quickly to the plate and doesn't get the call. Beautiful pitch. It was just at the knees. Thunder faithful agree with me. They didn't like the call. Umpiring has been pretty efficient here at the tournament, but no way you're going to agree with them all. That one's high out of the zone, and now Schwartzberger goes to the first. Now umpire calls time, asks for head coach Zach Taylor to come, and I think he's going to address comments coming from the crowd. Umpire is now pointing to the crowd, so definitely that's what the discussion is about. Thunder are going to bring it together for a little mound visit here, and with the delay, you can almost be assured that this is going to be the last inning of the game. Thunder are going to have to get it done in the bottom half of the inning. Zach Taylor now decides to head out to the mound and talk with his team about how to handle Easton Odom. 8-1 our score, 2 aboard, 2 down here in the top of the fifth, and time ticking away on the Thunder here at the 2024 Texas State Homeschool Baseball Championship. Well, if the umpire issued Zach Taylor a warning for crowd communication, Taylor did not in turn relay that warning to the crowd, so maybe that's not what happened. And I can certainly hear everything they're saying. They weren't wrong. There was nothing out of line there, just some disagreement over called balls and strikes. And I know home plate umpires don't like to have their judgment questioned, but that's part of the game. You've got to deal with that. It was a big call, too, because it actually allowed Schwartzberger to draw a walk and go on to first. So bases are now loaded, 2 down, and the batter is Easton Odom, the right fielder. Fuentes wastes no time, comes straight to the plate, down the pipe for a strike. Second pitch, same spot, same call. 0-2 now to Odom. And that's strike 3, a 3-pitch strikeout to Easton Odom for Emmanuel Fuentes. Gets the Thunder out of the jam. Texans leave them loaded in the fifth, but not before scoring 3. 8-1 is our score, and it will likely be it for the Thunder in the bottom of the fifth. We'll be back. As we go to the bottom of the fifth, it'll be Moak, Campbell, and Lerma for the Thunder, but they're going to need more than 3 batters, as we are pretty certain the bottom of the fifth could be it in this timed game. Just depends on really how long the Thunder take and whether or not they would start a 6th inning. But Thunder down by 7 are going to need quite a bit here. You can see on your screen the second baseman, Tim Duncan's hat is blowing across the field. It just really shows you how strong the wind here is in Corpus Christi today. Texans will throw it down, and Mocha will step into the batter's box. Mocha's 0 for 1. Popped up to short in his first plate appearance in the second. Texans still riding Ryan Marty on the hill, out of the windup. throws, and Moak takes the pitch in the back. That's that pitch that gets away from Marty, and this time he hits Moak, and Moak does the exact right thing. He takes the pitch in the back because the Thunder need base runners. So one aboard, and here's Declan Campbell. First pitch to Campbell is low, ball one. Campbell struck out in his first at-bat in the third. This one's over the plate, swings and makes contact, but into the catcher's mitt for a strike. Moak out to a three-step lead at first. There's the pickoff move from Marty. Moak back in plenty of time. No need to do anything stupid there at first. You're down by 7. That run doesn't matter. They all matter, but you don't need to be out. You don't have to push that one hard. Much better pitch from Marty this time as he catches the inside corner. 2-1. Sorry, 1-2. Maybe 2-1. I think I put it on the wrong side. That one's high. There it is. 2-2. We got the count right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. One aboard for Declan Campbell. Campbell, a right-handed hitter with plenty of room on the left side of the infield. That pitch is low. Ball 3. Count goes full. And I'm sure the Thunder batters have been given instructions to take as many pitches as they can. Work this pitcher deeper in the count and see what they can chip away with. That pitch is right over the plate. Called strike. No. Ball. Wow. So I guess the umpire calls them both ways. Must have missed just a little bit high. I had it strike 3, but Campbell knew to take the pitch. He trots down to first with the base on balls, and 2 aboard for Paxton Lerma. They don't hold Campbell on. They don't hold Moak on. They're just worried about getting outs at the plate as Lerma watches the first pitch go by for a ball. 8-1 our score. And Texans going to talk about it for a moment as head coach saunters out to the infield. Maybe that's a pitching coach. He's not dressed like a ball player, but he barks out instructions all the same. Now a slow stroll back to the dugout. All right, we are reset and ready to resume baseball. It's 1-0 to Paxton Lerma. Micah Moak at second. Declan Campbell at first. Thunder trailing by 7 in the bottom of the 5th. Swing by Lerma. Slight contact, but into the glove of Gregory. A swinging strike. Still gray clouds rolling across right to left across our field, but no rain. Awkward twist and throw by Marty on the pickoff attempt at second. Goes into center field, but Moak is staying put. There's a fastball, swung on a miss by Lerma, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Thunder need a big rally here in the bottom of the 5th if they're going to stay alive in this homeschool state championship. That pitch is inside. Gregory quick to pounce on it before Moak can advance from second. Runners hold. 2-2 the count. High kick and delivery is outside. Full count to Lerma. That pitch misses outside, ball 4. Good eye by Paxton Lerma. Thunder getting base runners here in the 5th when they need them. Moak was hit by pitch. Campbell walked. Lerma has walked. No activity from the Texans relievers as Isaac Zegers digs in and swings at the first pitch. A chopper down the third base line goes foul. Zegers is hungry for a hit. He's 0 for 2 here today. Went 1 for 1 yesterday, scored 2 runs. Went 1 for 2 on Thursday. This time, watches ball 1 go by. Must have missed outside. Nobody out. And Zegers gets the pitch he wants, turns on it, but lifts it up high into left field. Texans settle under it. That's Sam Pate recording the out. Runners advance. No, runners hold. Moak threatened to advance. They got the ball back in quickly, and so the sac fly is not a sac fly. Doesn't do any good. Just goes down as an out. That brings up Pace Taylor with the bases loaded and 1 out. I don't know why Moak didn't score on that ball. He was headed home and then kind of slipped and had to retreat and go back to third. Was a strong throw coming in, but... And he may have been called back. Again, he's not even the tying or winning run, so no sense in squandering that run on a needless play. The Thunder are going to have to get hits and base runners to keep this thing alive. So that could have been a decision from Coach Zach Taylor down there in the third base coach's box. Pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Pace Taylor. Bases are full. Thunder trailing 8-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch outside. Thunder have a good strategy. They are going to make Marty pitch. There's the windup, and that one also outside. Taylor watches it go. Tells the runner to hold. So Moak's at third. Campbell at second. Lerma at first. Pace Taylor is the batter. 1 down here, bottom of the 5th. Thunder down by 7. Game is an hour 42 old. And we'll see how the umpiring crew handles this if we end up close, if we actually play the 6th, or call it a game after this. Taylor takes strike 2 on the inside corner. It's a pretty good pitch, but a hard one to swing at given the circumstances. But now with a full count, he's going to have to do something, and does. Swings on the delivery, drives it to second baseman, who throws to first. Taylor is out, but drives in a run. So 2 down now for Dawson Posey. Posey takes the first pitch inside for ball. Vardy now again taking his time before the delivery. It's in there. Posey pulled the bat, didn't come all the way through, but the home plate umpire says he went around, and strike 1 is charged. 1-1 now with 2 down to Posey. He steps out. Marty steps off, and we'll redo it. Marty's on the rubber, and Posey back in the box as they stare each other down. Now here's wind up in the pitch, and Posey takes it. It's called for a strike. About chest high, right over the plate. Looked like a good pitch, a good call. And now the Thunder could be down to their last strike here in this 2024 Homeschool State Baseball Tournament. Pitch is over. It's high. High level for Posey. Lets it go 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 aboard. Marty throws it over the plate. Posey turns on it, but hits it high, and the wind is carrying it toward the fence, and it carries it out of play. A blessing for Posey. He didn't make good contact, but lifted it high enough up into the trade winds that it was pulled out of play. So everybody back to position, and we'll do it again. Here's the pitch from Marty. Inside, Posey's going to move out of the way and take ball 3. Count is full. Hour 45 now we've been playing. Quick pitch from Marty, and Posey swings and misses. He goes down on strikes, and that ends the threat for the Thunder in the 5th. And it looks like that ends the threat for the Thunder in the tournament as the teams are lining up on the bases. That is it. They are going to call this game on time, and the Thunder go down in this final day of the state championship 8-2 to the Austin Texans. Heartbreaking loss for sure, but the Thunder cannot be disappointed with their effort here at their first homeschool state tournament. 2 wins, the first home run in school history, a plethora of stolen bases and extra base hits. But certainly when you don't leave with the hardware, you leave a little disappointed. Thunder go down 8-2 here in round 2 of the final day of the state championship tournament. They'll head back to New Braunfels. And we hope you'll join us on Friday, April 12th at New Braunfels Little League Field, where the Thunder will be in action again at home. It'll be senior night, and they will host Lutheran High School at 7 p.m. No cost for admission. We'd love to have everybody out there to not only honor our seniors, but support the Black and Teal. Until next Friday, we're going to sign off. This is Coach Kevin saying thanks for joining us from Corpus Christi. So long, everybody.